It's the battle of the tollway. Two schools separated by 5 miles. They say familiarity breeds contentment. Well, tempers are already at a boil. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Ranger Stadium on the beautiful campus of Jesuit High School, where your Highland Park Scots take on the Rangers from Jesuit. Hello again, and I'm Heckma Harrison, and joining me on Game On Sports is Cade Hamner. And Cade, the Scots are basking in the glow of a great victory against Garden City, but tonight they find themselves smack dab in the middle of a rivalry game with no love lost.
No love lost, sir. You said it right, Heckman. Good to be back with you, my friend. And yeah, coming off a big win the other night at Highlander Stadium versus Garden City out of Long Island, national powerhouse. We get right back into a rivalry game with Jesuit High School, Jesuit Preparatory up here at Ranger Stadium. And believe me, you can throw the records out the door, Heckman, because it doesn't matter. These two teams, like you said, no love lost. These kids have been playing each other and playing together since they were in Bantam, first, second, third grade. But just like we saw the other night, you put best friends on a field on opposite sides, and you're going to get a physical, violent matchup. And I expect to see that tonight. High-scoring game, perhaps. We'll see. But we're excited to be here in another rivalry game between Jesuit and HP.
And, you know, I think that's the really unique thing about this matchup is the fact that these are two communities that kids have grown up together. But you wouldn't know it when you walk into this stadium. The student section is already yelling at the Scots and vice versa. But again, this is definitely the kind of game that if you live for those rivalry game moments, boy, this is one for HP, and they have to rise to the occasion versus a Jesuit squad that is the 2022 THSLL champion.
Absolutely. Jesuit, as you know, is a all-boys high school. It's 9th through 12th grade. Several of these young men are former HP players, former HP students, and still Highland Park residents. This is the first time, Heckman, that I've seen them separate the student bodies on the opposite sides of the field. And I'm telling you, these are kids from the same community, kids that go to church together, kids that hang out and spend their summers together. But on a night like tonight, rivalry night, they got to separate the herds.
And that is definitely what they're going to have to do. We're 6 minutes away from face-off. And before we get to that, we're going to pay some bills, but also play a really awesome hype video by Game On Sports.
Outside of the stands near the field.
You've never been one to fear the unknown. That's because you've seen seasons like this come and go, just like many of your competitors. You know your outcome, stay focused, and take calculated risks, seizing opportunities when others freeze. The truth is, winter business cycles separate the good from the great, and winter is your season. Ours too. That's why for over a century, we've been honored to serve you. Vista Bank, entrepreneurs banking entrepreneurs since 1912.
Sewell is definitely a part of my family. Everyone, just has this great smile that we are happy to see you. We're so glad you're here. They really care about people, and that's not something you find at every dealership. I love to leave a dealership feeling peaceful, and I've never experienced that until Sewell. I drive a Sewell.
Discover our wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles at Sewell Buick GMC.
Time to make your move, Scots, and we know you will, because tradition never graduates. Vista Bank, entrepreneurs banking entrepreneurs since 1912.
get down. Yeah, we can break it down. Round after round, blow after blow. I'm the top dog, you already know. I got the fire of a dog in me. Let me loose, ain't no dog in me. Ain't no holding me back. Keeps coming. I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all. I'm the top dog. Ain't no holding me back. Nah, ain't no holding me back. I'm the top dog. Top dog. I'm a top dog. I don't know about y'all. I don't think about y'all. I'm the top dog.
Said before each of us. Father, we pray that you will watch over these players, coaches, officials, and families as they go forward this day competing and glorifying you in their efforts. Keep them safe and guide them in all they do throughout this season and life. Lead us all to become the people you created us to be. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
It's game on. Got a beautiful evening for some lacrosse. Clouds, kind of a little dark there, but we're hoping that it holds off for this game. This is was a bit of a south wind, and the storms have been rolling in all day, but yet no rain as of yet. But this is one of those matchups, boy, I think these guys would play in any weather right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is one of those environments. And I've been a part of this, Cade. We've called games here, and we know in years past, like you said, they were able to have the student sections together. But obviously, there's everyone knows how pressure-packed this is going to be. Yeah. So they elected to separate these kids today.
Probably a smart move on the part of the administration. Last year, Jesuit defeating HP back at Highlander Stadium. And things got a little chippy after the game between the student body and, no injuries, no blows or anything like that. But they did have to separate them. Probably in a night like this where tensions are high, spirits are high, probably best to keep them separated. But you're right. Beautiful night. Let's avoid the lightning, knock on wood. And, a few drops are no big deal, but let's get this one in.
Man, I tell you what, I got to talk about a guy that had an absolute wonderful game the other day, number 16, Ben Abel, lights out performance versus Garden City. You know, we've seen him several times over the years just do what he does, and it seems so routine. We're spoiled. We're just spoiled by this guy and the performances that he has, but just the other day was just an example of how good Ben Abel really is.
He really did a fantastic job. I said it 2 or 3 times in the broadcast, and not anecdotally. He had an All-American game, Heckma. And I think Coach Fennell saw that. We had over 1,000 viewers live on that stream. And believe me, there's not 1,000 family members for HP or for Garden City. There's coaches. There's other teams. There's college coaches and recruits watching that. He had an incredible game. Let's hope he does it here again tonight.
Down at the X for Highland Parks, number 26, Frank Musa. And for Jesuit, number 17, Cooper Tilden. As we get started here on the tollway at Jesuit High School. And just like that, Frank Musa on the go with an outlet pass, and just right off the back, Parker Addison with the shot.
Yeah, Parker trying to continue his streak from the other night, and we'll see if him and Paxton get their little rivalry, inter squad rivalry going tonight, and get their points up.
And those guys, I tell you what, they were firing on all cylinders. The way that they played, you mentioned Hey, might have been a little jealousy there with almost the hat trick on the other side, but then Parker Addison gets on the board. Bringing the ball in from the end line is number 8, Parker Addison. Then over to number 21, Paxton Smith. HP setting up their offense. Getting inside. How about the physicality? And just like that, with the score, Wesley Iverson with the magic stick on the toll road.
Great job. Great job to see that senior captain get us on the board to start. And he's one of our captains on the field tonight. And I think I missed our director's cue earlier on the starting lineups. Heckman, I'll hit those now. In at attack is Harris Sands, Duncan Zilke, and Parker Alexander. The midfielders, as you saw, Frank Musa at the X, Ben Boyer the long pole, and Wesley Iverson, the captain, just scoring at the winger. Defense, Keller Holmes, Harrison Wheeler, Benton Owens, and as you mentioned, Heckma, Big Ben Abel in the goal tonight.
And now the Scots get an opportunity on defense. Colin Hell not allowing anything easy as they extend this defense all the way out. We've seen where Coach Mike Pressler will play a variety of different looks on offense, but now starting the game, he's bringing his defense all the way out high on the perimeter.
Yeah, good. It looks like we're going to start in a man-to-man look. We had Coach Pressler and defensive coordinator J.R. Stahl mixing it up the other night, playing a lot of zone late in that, or for most of the second half of that game the night versus Garden City. Effectively, I might add, too.
I think that made all of the difference, and just like that, Charlie Schmidt, number 0, opens up with the goal for the Rangers. 9:56 in the first. And how about that, boy? Both of these teams are firing.
Yeah, it's good to see. You know, it's going to be a good game. We expected this. We commented on that earlier, and they both get on the board early here inside of 3 minutes or 2 minutes, let's say, in the first quarter.
Didn't take long, and knotted up.
Back to our regular place to play with that shot clock tonight.
How about that? That was, I don't know how you felt about that, but the game really moved really fast. I mean, once we got past that first quarter, went like that.
It did. It was the excitement of that game. I went back and watched that game since I really thought Ryan Brown, the offensive coordinator for HP, played that very effectively, not having the shot clock in that Garden City game.
Jack McCallum with the pass to Cameron Riley. Scots need to have crisp passes tonight versus Rangers. opponent that will take advantage of every miscue and error. Trying to work his way back top side is number 4, Cameron Riley.
Jesuit looks to be in a man setup here. You can tell how they contract as the offense does to the center of the hub there. Jesuit comes with them.
How about that pass from Zilke? Getting it over the top to Parker Addison. That's a shot attempt on goal, but a save by number 2, Cooper Coleman.
Good ride there, causing some pressure. Abel way out of his goal.
Push out of bounds. They're going to keep possession.
Yeah, we've seen that before. Coach Presser puts that 10-man ride in, and it puts Ben Abel on one of those attackers down low. He chases that ball out, gets pushed out of bounds. Possession of Jesuit.
8:18 here in the first. Rangers already at 60 seconds on the shot clock. Defending for the Scots, number 6, Brian Rapp. See a lot of screens being set for the Rangers in this man-to-man. And that's a career. Look, how about that? The slide from number 33, the sophomore, Ben Boyer.
You know, we talk about the sophomore so much on offense, Heckman. It's tough to be a good sophomore pole, in my opinion, just because of the size you gain over the years, whereas on offense, it's a quickness and stick skills matchup. Ben Boyer played sensationally the other night. He was on their number 1 player. He's out showing a quick stick already tonight.
Ty Robertson for the Rangers, bringing the ball inbounds. Waiting on the slide, and that's Hudson Jones defending around the crease.
Yeah, under 10 on the shot clock here.
How about that great defense by the Scots, already on the move.
Yeah, Harris Wheeler with a great ground ball in transition for the Scots.
That Fawcett for the Rangers on Brian Rapp.
Got Pax checking in here, so he's going to get on. Let's see if he gets involved.
Wesley Iverson dancing in the alley, and that's a shot attempt, and that's the rear check at the last minute by the Rangers. Luke Freeman impacted that shot.
Yeah, not quite as strong as the shot that Iverson's known for. He kind of is right-handed, but kind of crossed over his body there.
Woo-hoo.
Big hit.
Yikes. Did you get the number on that truck? It's Nathan Harper coming in and lowering the boom. Quinn Gordon and Wesley Iverson. A little 2-man defense. The shot attempt right of the pipes. Possession will stay with the Rangers. Ben Owens defending from behind X and looking for the outlet pass and in close. And how about that save off the foot of Ben Abel?
Good shot, quick catch and shot by Ty Robertson there, but Ben Abel gets a good save. Scott's transition back.
5:33 here in the first. See a lot of guys on that Rangers defense collapsing in around that crease. Don't want to allow anything easy. You know, these guys can, you know, that quick pitch out and score has been working for the Scots.
Yeah, certainly. The defense like this, like we've seen, Heckman, puts Highland Park into a perimeter shooting situation as you tighten those defenders up around the hub.
Quinn Hale working. What are you talking about, man? Parker Addison with a small window and score. How about that? Parker Addison working back top side, and that was, 3-4 inch window he's shooting into. What a shot by number 8.
I tell you what, the Jesuit goalie had his body up against the pole on this near side. We've got a perfect angle. He put it over the right shoulder between the pole and the ear hole of that goalie. Incredible shot.
That was amazing.
Fantastic.
That's amazing. That's a very small window. How he saw that, I do not know.
Jesuit called with the procedure on the face-off here.
I believe that's the second one for them already this evening. 4:53 in the first. What an amazing shot by Parker Addison. The Scots pull ahead by a goal.
Yeah, really good shot. Incredible. Yeah, but you're right, Heckma. That couple of jumps early by Jesuit. But if you're watching, if you're scouting Frank Musa, you know that. I mean, he's faced Garden City the other night and won about 60%.
Yes.
He's generally in the 70 to 80% range. I don't blame him for jumping, but good to see the Scots get those wins.
Boy, good hustle by Parker Addison, able to save that possession for the Scots. Now on the far side, Jack McCallum.
Yeah, here we are. Heck, I've talked about it before. 2,000 miles from the East Coast, and you've got Coach Pressler and Coach Saran from a tiny little town called Wilton, Connecticut, both of them. It's amazing the Wilton, Connecticut presence we've had here in the Metroplex. And Derek and Ross Thompson, part of an HP championship legacy. Coach Pressler now, Coach Zach Colburn, and certainly Coach Saran adding to that.
And two guys that know a thing or two about lacrosse and are building up some solid programs.
Oh, absolutely. We just talk about more familiarity between these two teams. I mean, chalk that up to the coaches too. They were neighbors. You know, Coach Saran grew up when Coach Pressler was there. And
shot clock violation, Highland Park.
Get the first shot clock violation from the Scots.
Yeah, shot clock violation from the Scots. You know, they got to kind of get back into that groove of playing that shot clock. Can't wind it down as much as you were the other night.
Yeah, who needs a shot clock? And we have our first penalty of the evening.
Keller Holmes, I thought it was a clean hit. He's picking the pocket of the guy. But they're going to get him probably with a slash, looks like there. Keller
Holmes on the slash. He gets an opportunity to sit in the sin bin.
Strange coming off a Tuesday night. Excuse me, Heckma. What did we have? One penalty aside?
It was a very clean play game. And just like that, the Rangers are in a man-up situation for 1 minute, and Scots in their man-down defense.
Really good slide and roll here by the Scots D.
You see number 1, Ty Roberson, trying to work in and around that crease. And look at the slide right there coming in. They caught that perfect. Nothing that Ben Abel could do. Really caught him out of position, and just like that, the Rangers have tied this ball game.
Well executed movement there, motion slide by the Rangers. And they're able to take advantage of that man-up situation and knot it up.
Jesuit goal, Cameron Martin.
2 minutes, 42 seconds here in the first. Tie ball game. Frank Musa down at the X.
Yeah, Frank initially with the clamp and wind there, squirting that ball out, but the Jesuit LSM able to hustle it out and get the win.
Just like that, we got the long pole clear for the Rangers. Looks like we're all knotted up as Keller Holmes out of the penalty. Zach Fawcett being defended by number 15, Wesley Iverson. It's a shot attempt that goes wide right. Possession does stay with the Rangers. 1:59 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, productive first quarter by both teams here. I certainly don't want to see Highland Park get lulled into a situation where they think, Jesuit not quite having the season that it expected coming off a state championship run last year. But, you know, all bets are off. Like I said, rivalry games like this, you got to be sharp. Good stick by Harper there, knocking it down. Jesuit recovering.
And great anticipation from Nathan as well. He saw that pass coming from across the field. Minute 22, 4 seconds on the shot clock. They'll throw that one out of bounds, and that's going to be possession to the Scots. How about that for defense for the Scots?
Yeah, good defensive possession. They're at full strength, and all Jesuit can do is spin it around. Never got a shot off there.
Henry Richter in.
Jesuit not a full 10-man ride here, but definitely applying pressure.
Oh, that's a pass to Wesley Iverson, not able to corral it, and a turnover.
Yeah, Abel trying to move it up, got a little antsy there, wanting to get it across midfield, makes a sideline fade to his receiver and can't quite connect with Iverson.
Not connecting on that, and maybe close to getting a failure to advance. .34 seconds on the game clock. Got a 22 on the 22, Harrison Wheeler. .11 seconds. And Charlie Schmidt trying to work the ball inside. And that's as easy as it gets. I think Abel took that right off of the stick. And that's the end of the first quarter. We're knotted up at 2 apiece here at Ranger Stadium. They're going to take a break. We'll do the same here on Game On Sports. We'll be right back.
We've done both new and pre-owned. It's the same experience. It's everything's the same. They make it too easy to even think about going anywhere else.
Discover our wide variety of pre-owned vehicles at Sewell.com today.
You've never been one to fear the unknown. That's because you've seen seasons like this come and go, just like many of your competitors. You know your outcome, stay focused, and take calculated risks, seizing opportunities when others freeze. The truth is, winter business cycles separate the good from the great, and winter is your season. Ours too. That's why for over a century, we've been honored to serve you. Vista Bank, entrepreneurs banking entrepreneurs since 1912.
Back in action here at Ranger Stadium. Heckma Harrison alongside Cade Hamner. And so far, Cade, looks like maybe this is back to the familiar when it comes down to starting off slow. The Scots get obviously 2 points there in the first quarter, but not what you want to see with them allowing those points from Jesuit also.
Well, I really want to see the HP, put their foot down here early. And maybe we'll see that here at the start of the second quarter as Frank gets a win. But, yeah, I know very, very emotional win the other night, Tuesday night. But we've got to be able to roll out a couple days later because you got another big matchup in Don Bosco. And those gentlemen here tonight watching this game got to be ready to go back-to-back or with a day off and keep that emotional intensity high and really play at a high level and not let a team like Jesuit hang in there with you and make a game out of this late into the game.
See Frank Moses setting the screen for Quinn Gordon and trying to set up the bouncers. Wesley Iverson goes over the top of the cage. Possession will stay with the Scots. Parker Addison bring the ball in bounds from the end line. We've seen Parker get topside and fire off a quick shot.
Yeah, no clock shot reset on that last shot. It bounced over, didn't hit the pipe or the goalie. Coming up inside 10 seconds here for the Scots.
They're cutting it close. Here we are at 7 seconds, and that's another save by Cooper Coleman.
Yeah, good inside move by Harris Sands there, but like we saw the other night, you can't shoot glove high on these goalies. You got to pump fake, you got to go for the corners.
And clear by the Rangers. Number 9, Max Fernandez. Again, Scott's extending that man-to-man defense all the way out on the Rangers.
Yeah, Sun finally setting behind the press box. Won't be a problem on that far sideline now for those guys checking in. So it'll be under the lights the rest of the night here.
Yeah, not doing them any favors, setting them up in the sun over there. And how about that for the HP crowd? Student section has shown up.
Yeah, they're out in force. You won't. I tell you, Jesuit game and ESD game is when you see that both turnout. Jesuit near side here booing that call of awarding possession to HP. Good hustle by Zilke getting there, but not able to corral that ground ball.
Yeah, Zilke was trying to hustle forward in between two Rangers, but Rangers come away with the possession. Had a ton of miscues happen immediately on that possession.
Yeah, it's good ride pressure by Jesuit there.
And coming right across the crease, number 23, Cameron Martin. And that's just a pitch and catch for the Rangers and score as Jesuit goes ahead by a goal at 9-10 here in the second.
Yeah, Jesuit leading for the first time tonight. I attribute that to that ride pressure that Jesuit applied on that HP clear. HP not able to get a clean possession and set up their offense. Jesuit moves it back down, sets up a play, and puts one in the net.
How about that? Get a penalty now versus Frank.
Yeah, false start there. Don't see that often. I could say I've probably less than counted on one hand this season of Frank doing that.
Under 9 minutes left here in the first half. Heckma Harrison alongside Cade Hamner. Be a perfect time to tell you to please like and subscribe to Game On Sports to get your Highland Park lacrosse fix.
Henry Richter checking in, giving a.
See that? He's showing a lot of love with that stick.
He does.
He is
good,
whacking at you.
Good physical, strong base on Richter, and always good stick checks. And just like that, there's Richter with a ground ball. He's going to run through a guy. You can't let him do that. Tough to square up on a guy like Richter coming downfield.
Yeah, it's got a good base on him. You're not going to knock that guy over. It's just not going to happen. It's like one of those Weeble wobbles. You remember the Weeble wobble?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just that strong base, man. And just like that, back on offense, Scott's needing to steal a little bit of this momentum back. Boy, and that's a good shot by Quinn Gordon.
Yeah, good shot. Little perimeter shot there. Can't blame him for taking that shot. That's a good take. Good save by the Jesuit goalie.
And we're going to get a timeout on the field. First timeout of the game for Jesuit. They take a timeout on the field. We'll take one in the booth, and we'll be right back as action resumes.
We've done both, new and pre-owned. It's the same experience. It's everything's the same. They make it too easy to even think about going anywhere else.
Discover our wide variety of pre-owned vehicles at Sewell.com today.
2023, new chapter, same tradition. A tradition of hunger, sacrifice, and winning. Time to make your move, Scots, and we know you will, because tradition never graduates. Vista Bank, entrepreneurs banking entrepreneurs since 1912.
As action resumes here at Ranger Stadium. Beautiful Friday night. We're used to Friday night football, but we're switching that over to some Friday night lacrosse.
Yeah, good Friday night here. Battle of the Tollway. Little bit need to tighten it up a little bit as far as the Scots go here. Jesuit up by 1.
Temperatures dropping down to 75 degrees. Perfect weather.
Yeah, good weather out. A little stiff breeze out there in the stands, but not enough to bother action on the field.
Going back to a little bit of zone here. .32 seconds on the shot clock for the Rangers. That's a shot attempt by Charlie Smith, who already has a goal in this game. And that's some velocity on that ball.
Yes, certainly. You call that Coach J.R. Stahl for the Scots, mixing it up a little bit, going back to kind of a zone look, which naturally brings your defense tighter to that hub area in front of the crease. Easy save there. We're not sure what. I think there was a skip.
Shot clock.
Yes, shot clock, or going for a skip pass there, but easy save by Abel there. Jesuit back in their ride look.
Ben Boyer with the pass out, but able to corral. Spoke too soon. Duncan Zilke in close. Hit Ben Boyer.
Yeah, kind of a sloppy situation on the ground balls for the Scots there on that clear, trying to get it across. It's still a situation, but
bit of a scrum. The Rangers come out with it. They have numbers.
Good save off, looks like the thigh of Ben Abel, but Scott's really just, I'm able to see it. I know I'm not down on the field, but there's guys open on the clear, and the Scots just need to, speed up by slowing down a little bit, open up their vision and see where that outlet is, and they'll get that clear across.
And have you seen that from the Rangers as far as their defense being that impactful on the clear for HP? That's the second time that we've seen that.
Yeah, good clear by Coach Saran, what he's putting in on the ride. But for these Scots, you see that every day in practice. With Coach Pressler implementing the 10-man ride there, no one's done it better this year. You got to think you're used to that. You got to play up to it. Got to be ready for it. You got to know how to clear out of that press.
See that defense playing in tight, in around the crease. As before, when they had a man-up opportunity, did the Rangers. These guys do a really good job of getting the ball passed to the open man. Making the extra pass is what they do quite well. And then that's a quick timeout. 4:41 in the second. Rangers up by a score. And so far, Kate, what's your assessment of this? Because right now the Rangers are coming out and they've stolen a lot of the momentum, but the Scots seem like they're right there on the cusp of a breakout.
Yeah, if you can clean up the sloppiness on the clear is what I've seen, and it's just a little bit that we came out pretty crisp the first 2 minutes, first 4 minutes. A lot of that's adrenaline, ECMA, and we played a clean game, as did Jesuit. But certainly in the later 8-10 minutes here. Jesuit seems to have a little bit more momentum. They're executing their ride well. Like I said, Highland Park just needs to speed up by slowing down on that clear. Open up your eyes. The vision is there. You've got men open. And if we can start to make that happen, you start to move that ball down inside your zone, set up your offense, and get some shots off.
You see Coach Mike Pressler standing in that offensive huddle.
Yeah, ball starting down low. Heckman, that was out of bounds call in Highland Park, called the timeout out of bounds. Either team can call it when it goes out of bounds, but it does start on the end line down there.
The shot attempt that goes over the top of the cage does not reset the shot clock. Another shot clock violation. I think we're both bewildered. We've been a game without the shot clock, and we've completely forgotten all about it.
Yeah, and that just goes to show you what a difference that made the other night. It forces you into situations to either run a play, set up a shot, have Dodgers on the inside, or take an outside perimeter shot, and if you don't, you're penalized for it.
I think they heard you on defense. What was that, slowing down by speeding up or speeding up by it was attorney speak. What was that again?
It's attorney speak.
Yeah. But either way, effective at 3:54 in the first half.
You can't set your offense until you get the ball down on your end and you get all your guys down there and kind of regroup. Scott's able to do that here on this possession, and we'll see if they can make hay out of it.
Wesley Iverson working it down to Paxton Smith. And another shot that bounces over the top of the cage. We've seen those bouncers just go right over the top.
You know, I don't know what it is tonight. I've seen it on both teams. You figured Jesuit would be used to their own turf, so I don't know that I can account it to a different type of turf or surface. But yeah, both teams bouncing those shots 3 or 4 feet in front of the crease and then going over the goal.
Quinn Gordon trying to get a pass out to Duncan Zilke.
Wheeler with a good ground ball steal there. Gets the ball back down for HP.
Parker Addison running the point.
Really important for Highland Park to run an effective offensive series here.
Oh, yeah, that's what you were talking about right there. 21, Paxton Smith, he heard you from inside of this glass. He wanted to get that goal for you, Kane. And just like that, 2:59, we're knotted up again.
Yeah, get a little nervous. We're down inside 3 minutes, looking at halftime, going in, a goal down. Really important to knot it up, get some momentum back. And now with 3 minutes to go, I'm going to take it a step further. It's important to go in up a goal here. So let's see if the Scots can take control here, starting with Moose's face-off.
Frank Musa on the clamp, trying to take the face-off, but there it is. Again, this back and forth for the Rangers. Number 17, Cooper Tilden, doing a good job.
Yeah, good. That was a good, strong clamp by Tilden there. He's got a good base, good physical form, and able to get that out.
Seeing substitutions being made by both teams. Frank Musa runs across. .223 here left in the first half.
Highland Park back into their man look.
And you're not going to fool Ben Abel with a shot like that.
A good shot like that and a good fast break feed by Abel.
Colin Hell back into Parker Addison, and that's the 5-hole we're looking for. In 2:06, we pull ahead by a score.
Yeah, Coach Pressler likes to run a fast break offense. He doesn't like to get in a situation where you slowly work that clear up the field. He'll do it if it has to, and it needs to be effective. But he likes a quick save by Abel there, the feed up the field, quick 1-2 downfield to Addison, and just like that, like I said, now you're up by 1. Be beneficial to take a lead like this into the half.
And I counted maybe 3 passes before the shot. So talk about quick. Ben Boyer trying to get that ground ball. These guys are hustling for it. Finally, HP comes away, and that's number 11, Keller Holmes.
Yeah, good job by the poles there. Both Boyer and Holmes getting in there with those long sticks to get that ground ball. Award that face-off win to HP. You take it down inside where you can kill a minute here. Kill a minute, take time off the clock. Maybe steal another goal here heading into halftime, Heckma.
As you see him slowing the pace down just a bit. Again, Parker Addison working from behind, X coming through the screen. Brian Rapp working back inside, and that's a pass. Dangerous pass, but maybe a push. Push and possession.
Yeah, loose ball push on Jesuit. That's a good win for HP there. And it resets the shot clock, which is great. So you got another minute 20 down here with under a minute to go. HP doesn't have to clear it here if they don't want to. They can hold for the final shot of the half.
And he knew it. It's like that. Mike Pressler's going to call a timeout. He's going to make sure that he gets the right play in communication. They take a timeout on the field. We'll do the same here in the booth and be right back as play resumes.
We've done both, new and pre-owned. It's the same experience. It's everything's the same. They make it too easy to even think about going anywhere else.
Discover our wide variety of pre-owned vehicles at Sewell.com today.
2023, new chapter, same tradition. A tradition of hunger, sacrifice, and winning. Time to make your move, Scots, and we know you will, because tradition never graduates. Vista Bank, entrepreneurs banking entrepreneurs since 1912.
And Cade, you know Mike Pressler's going to call a timeout to make sure with 57 seconds left here in the first half that he gets the right play called and executed properly.
Yeah, I think you said it, Heckman. The shot clock's on our side here. You don't have to shoot again in this half. So I think it was a good call. We felt it was coming. Coach Pressler is going to call a timeout, let Ryan Brown set a play, get the offense in there that he wants to. Maybe steal another one here and still a lot of momentum. Scott's scoring 2 since Jesuit's last.
Quinn Gordon bring the ball inbounds, getting it out to Paxton Smith. 45 seconds on the game clock. And I think exactly what you said. They're going to milk this all the way down.
Yeah, no need to shoot. If you shoot and miss, fine. Let the horn sound, but don't give Jesuit an opportunity to take another shot in this half. Iverson's just standing out there, the captain near the sideline, near Coach Pressler.
Working the back end behind X. Parker Addison working through the screen. Zilke was in the alley, but they didn't find him. Great play design and shot.
Yeah, that's the shot Parker wanted. Good, strong shot. Good save by the Jesuit goalie. But like I said, no harm, no foul. You take a shot, it's the last of the half, and go in up by 1.
Last shot of the half for HP, and just what you talked about, Kate. They still a little bit of this momentum back from the Rangers, but still very close contest.
You know, it was really important. We saw that late in the second or mid-second half. Scott's having trouble with the run. You know, Ben Abel was able to kind of redirect one side and go to the other side on one clear, and that kind of seemed to clear things up, and hopefully that'll allow them to reset, get that clear down. Then we saw a fast break score there off of Abel's save. Certainly that was a big shift in this momentum and able to slow down the Jesuit scoring.
For the Rangers, I mean, they have, I wouldn't say they've had their way, but they've kind of picked their spots here in the first half and had some success on their offense, the way that they are executing. You know, what do you attribute that to?
Well, I think they've done well at the faceoff X tonight. Certainly a 50-50 game. I wouldn't give an advantage to Frank Musa or the Scots tonight. I'd like to see that change in the second half, see Scots have a better a percentage of winning there. That's been such an advantage this year for the Scots, and I want to see that continue to tilt that way. But Jesuits run an effective offense. They had a man-up goal, and their defense and their goalkeeper's been solid tonight.
They really have, and I tell you what, I want to make sure that I tell you to like and subscribe to Game On Sports to get your HP lacrosse needs. Take a break. This is going to be 8 minutes for half. They take a break. We'll do the same and be right back as play resumes for the beginning of the second half.
You've never been one to fear the unknown. That's because you've seen seasons like this come and go, just like many of your competitors. You know your outcome, stay focused, and take calculated risks, seizing opportunities when others freeze. The truth is, winter business cycles separate the good from the great, and winter is your season. Ours too. That's why for over a century, we've been honored to serve you. Vista Bank, entrepreneurs banking entrepreneurs since 1912.
Sewell is definitely a part of my family. Everyone, just has this great smile that we are happy to see you. We're so glad you're here. They really care about people, and that's not something you find at every dealership. I love to leave a dealership feeling peaceful, and I've never experienced that until Sewell. I drive a Sewell.
Discover our wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles at Sewell Buick.
You've never been one to fear the unknown. That's because you've seen seasons like this come and go, just like many of your competitors. You know your outcome, stay focused, and take calculated risks, seizing opportunities when others freeze. The truth is, winter business cycles separate the good from the great, and winter is your season. Ours too. That's why for over a century, we've been honored to serve you. Vista Bank, entrepreneurs banking entrepreneurs since 1912.
Sewell is definitely a part of my family. Everyone, just has this great smile that we are happy to see you. We're so glad you're here. They really care about people, and that's not something you find at every dealership. I love to leave a dealership feeling peaceful, and I've never experienced that until Sewell. I drive a Sewell.
Discover our wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles at Sewell Buick GMC.
Time to make your move, Scots, and we know you will, because tradition never graduates.
Score is Highland Park 4, Jesuit 3. We're back from halftime. Both teams huddle on the sideline to resume action. Heckman Harrison alongside Cade Hamner. And Cade, right as halftime broke, you saw the coaches stand in the huddle and then the team go to a separate huddle.
Yeah, and I had a chance to talk with Coach Pressler about his philosophy and his strategy earlier on last fall. And he's a military kid. His dad was in the military. Coach Pressler coached at VMI, he coached at Army, and he's very big on a method and a pecking order and a reporting line, and that's the way he does things. It's like the captains take the team in the half, and the captains have first words with their team. Coach Pressler meets with his coaching staff, and then they come over, regroup as a whole. Coaches have their say with the team, and then they break off, and coaches speak the offense, coaches speak in the defense. I thought it was interesting as the Highland Park stayed down here in the south end zone, defense stayed in about 90 seconds longer with Coach Pressler and Coach J.R. Stahl having a few words. Maybe a few adjustments, maybe a little bit on how to break down that backside, not let those guys penetrate. But we'll see here pretty quick.
Getting ready for the start of the second half. Frank Musa with the win at the X.
I tell you what, he felt that pressure coming. Frank Musa, great move to keep that ball alive and not get checked from the backside.
Absolutely, and Frank Musa fires off a shot. Drives his guy. You see that? Drives his guy out of bounds on his way. Does Frank Musa, man. He does not miss an opportunity to get his own shot in.
Yeah, great. I love you check there by Musa. Bounce shot off Abel there. Looked like he's going to have a little English on it and spin back into him, but Riley able to get the ground ball and clear it out for the Scots.
Ben Boyer, the LSM down on offense. He runs across. Substitutions being made by both squads. Quinn Gordon on the attack, getting the pass back to Parker Addison. Addison not able to corral the pass, and that's going to be a turnover.
Yeah, Jesuit with a good stick check in there to deflect that pass and cause a turnover.
About that for a Hail Mary pass. Successful. Sam Emery. Able to keep that possession for the Rangers. 10:21 here in the third. Highland Park up by a score.
Yeah, it'd be important here for Highland Park to come out, set a tone early in the second half. Be great to keep that one goal advantage and get a couple save here, maybe a ground ball steal, and get back down on offense.
Job by Paxton Smith. Paxton showing off the wheels.
Yeah, Paxton a good two-way midi, not settling for just being an offensive producer. And that's, it's typical of Coach Pressler. He does not like single production. On attack, he says, before you play attack for me, you're going to be a great rider. That's what he wants to see before you're a shooter. And out of his middies, he wants two-way middies.
How about that high to low shot? And Ben Abel, again, solid and fired up on that last save is number 16.
Yeah, good situation here, fast pace. Need to just settle in a little bit here and set a play and try to produce some points here with this possession.
Dalton Harris working on the far side now, working from behind X. Immediately is it out to Parker Addison, who made an outstanding goal in the first quarter. It's almost like a David Blaine magic trick. He was able to find that open space. 22 seconds on the shot clock for the Scots. And that's a bouncer. Shot attempt by Parker Addison. And boy, they had the numbers, and you see the hustle to the end line, and the Rangers able to get there first, and possession goes back to Jesuit.
Yeah, we see those bounce shots again. That bounce shot on the stick side can be tough for a goalkeeper to handle, to reset your hand low. And if they're expecting the ball low and it bounces high. So I think you're seeing some of that tonight. And that's one of the situations HP had so much luck on the other night against Garden City.
Trying to set the triple team up, but still able to get the advance and clear at the Rangers. Zach Fawcett being defended by Alexander Shadow.
Highland Park content to stretch their defense out, make Jesuits set their offense way out on the perimeter.
That's a shot attempt and score by number 23, Cameron Martin, with 7:23. We're tied up again.
Yeah, very, very good shot by Martin there. Much like that shot we saw in the first half for HP. Gets one kind of past the ear hole, or been able. Good fast shot, and Jesuit knots it up.
Knotted up at 4. Frank Musa down at the X. Him and Cooper Tilden.
Yeah, Tilden, another procedure call there.
I think you get a little glitchy when you get a guy like Frank Musa down on you, and that's a turnover and possession.
Yeah,
back to the Rangers.
Kind of mistake there by the Scots. You get a clean win off a false start there, and kind of an unforced error, and really just giving away a possession there. You got to have good stick skills in a game like this. Your pass has got to be high and crisp, right on target. You don't want to throw away possessions at this point in the game.
And you see that defense for the Scots extending all the way out. It's Wesley Iverson, as you mentioned before. Good pick. How about that,
Riley?
Goodness gracious, he just picked that right out of the air.
He really did. Apples off a tree, baby.
Boy, and almost returned the favor, but how about that from Harrison Wheeler? Good inside move, and oh man, that's a save. Can't do anything about that. That's good work.
No, good pump fake there by Harris Sands. Goalie gets him on the second move.
Cooper Coleman.
Yeah, good save by Coleman. You can't second guess that by Sands, whether he goes low or high. Pump fake was good. Coleman just with a good save.
And I mean, I thought he had him. Charlie Smith with the score, 6 minutes.
Yeah, tough transition there. It's kind of a 2-point transition. You take what looked like a sure goal for the Scots on that move. Harrison not able to get it, or excuse me, Sands not able to get it in the net. Jesuit transitions back down quickly, puts one in the net to go up by 1.
And shooting lanes right now. I'm seeing the difference. That's what the Rangers are doing. They're finding those open shots, open spots, and getting through clean shots on Ben Abel. Get a push.
Yeah, loose ball push on Jesuit there. Got a little bit of a body and arm in there and knocked Frank down, and possession to the Scots. But again, a little bit of sloppy play there. Hackman, that's a little bit disappointing to see at this point in the game. You need to clean that up. Jesuit with 2 unanswered on the Scots. And Scots really need to clean it up, focus their discipline, get back to working on those fundamentals and keeping Jesuit out on that perimeter.
As you see the Rangers offensively standing outside on offense, not in the alley at all. Now they're collapsing their way in around the crease, as you see number 7, Mercer Fernandez. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Excuse me, 26 seconds on the shot clock for the Rangers.
Yeah, Wheeler takes his guy way out past the numbers. I like the man-to-man pressure of pushing the perimeter.
Benton Owens, great defense, standing in and around the crease, and that's a shot attempt.
It does open the inside like we see there. You got to stick with your man when you're off ball.
Benton Owens laying the wood. But still, possession is going to stay with the Rangers as they have a fresh shot clock. 4:11 here in the third.
Another situation, Jesuit really right on the doorstep there. Fortunately, weren't able to connect on that pass, and Scots get a chance here on offense.
They were in a favorable position right there, and like you said, Scots very fortunate. But now back down on offense and trying to steal some of this momentum back. Jesuit with 2 unanswered goals.
Yeah, really need to find a way to get Zilke involved here. He's drawing a pole all night, as generally the attackers do, but he's got to find a way to get on the doorstep there. And
trying to get back topside with the pass inside. And just like that, the Rangers come away with it. And you called it a minute ago, just sloppy passes. Just not as crisp on offense right now for the Scots.
Yeah, they're able to work the ball and get it down inside on the crease. Jesuit call with a long pole call with a ward there, which is the equivalent of a stiff arm, which is illegal.
There we go. That's what we needed. Dalton Harris with the score. 2:58 in the third, and we're knotted up again.
Knotted up again, and that was a good call and a quick heads-up play by the Highland Park offense. That's a ready play. As soon as that play is called, the opposing team drops the ball. As soon as you pick it up and you're ready, ref blows the whistle. Offense is ready to go. It's a 1-2 punch down inside, and Harris gets it in the net.
And the Scots take advantage of that ward call. Absolutely what they needed with the numbers as well. I tell you, these guys are battling at the faceoff. Tilden with another victory.
Yeah, some of the battles have come when least expected. You know, Frank really had a time with that with the opposition over at South Lake. Of course, he was a really good, well-known faceoff specialist, and here again tonight. I'd say it's about a 50-50 game tonight. We're used to seeing that tilt in HP's favor, courtesy of Musa.
A defense and save for Ben Abel. Low to high shot, easy work. There's the Scots I know in rear check. How about that from number 22, Grayson Kissick.
Good spin out by Zilke there. That'll give Scots numbers. And that's okay. Pull it out and reset. That's okay.
Oh, man, I thought Parker was going to go right in there. He's standing in the alley and he pulls it back. So,
well, it's okay. You know, if you got to build a little bit of confidence, a little momentum, like we've said on the last 2 possessions, there's been a little bit of sloppy passes, sloppy play. If you don't feel if it's right in there, pull it out, take your 80 seconds, set up the right move inside.
Cameron Riley with the pass back behind X. The name that you just called, excuse me, that's Parker Addison. Brian Rapp working in the alley with the bouncer and another save. Cooper Coleman having a good game.
Coleman having a good game, and last few saves I've seen Ben Abel click into. I think he's got a little mojo back, turning it up a notch, and let's hope he stays on that path and continues to stay hot here as we're knotted up at the end of the third.
And this game is flying. We are 49 seconds away from the fourth.
Just like at the end of the half here, Jesuit will try to hold for the final shot. Shot clock, game clock, basically the same.
And Brody Hobbs standing on the 30, being defended by Brian Rapp. Hobbs working the middle of the field, and just like that, taking it all the way down to 10 seconds. And Brody Hobbs with the score.
Yeah, you got to put a stick on Hobbs. You can't let him run laterally all way across the field and shoot from the 12 o'clock position. As soon as he shot and the shot went in, Ben Abel is shaking his hand in front of his face. He can't see with those guys moving in front of him. You got to slow him down, stick check, lift check, find a way to deflect the shot and let him take an uncontested shot on your goalie with defenders in front of his face.
8 seconds. Frank Musa on the move. And Franco, let's go.
That's okay. I mean, I was going to say you can take away the last 35 seconds now, because Frank able to come back inside, gets the give and go, and Frank lets loose, and Scots are able to knot it up. Man, prayer answered there. Scots get back in it and don't go into the fourth quarter down.
7 seconds. Hobbs scores with 10 seconds, and just like that, it only takes the Scots 7 seconds to score. Musa, do it again. We asked the question.
Yeah, 7 seconds a little quick, but he got the win.
He did. He got the win, and that's here we are, tied up at 6, going into the fourth. Boy, brace yourself. Buckle your seatbelts. I think this fourth quarter is going to be one heck of a ride. We'll be back for the beginning of the fourth quarter here on Game On Sports.
We've done both, new and pre-owned. It's the same experience. It's everything's the same. They make it too easy to even think about going anywhere else.
Discover our wide variety of pre-owned vehicles at Sewell.com today.
You've never been one to fear the unknown. That's because you've seen seasons like this come and go, just like many of your competitors. You know your outcome, stay focused, and take calculated risks, seizing opportunities when others freeze. The truth is, winter business cycles separate the good from the great, and winter is your season. Ours too. That's why for over a century, we've been honored to serve you. Vista Bank, entrepreneurs banking entrepreneurs since 1912.
All right, brace yourself. Here we are. 12 minutes will determine this one. The Battle of the Tollway. Heckma Harrison alongside Cade Hamner. This is Game On Sports.
Yeah,
boy, this one hadn't disappointed.
No, it hasn't, Heckma. And unlike the break at the half, the offensive huddle was late to break here for Highland Park. I think the message, Heckma, is take care of the ball. Take care of the ball, and you can win this game. If you continue the sloppy passes, to continue to not get effective ground ball play, it's going to be tough. Take care of that ball. This game is within reach.
Frank Musa with the win at the X. Those extra possessions we definitely needed from number 26, Frank Musa.
Yeah, and I saw a little bit of swagger out of Frank on those last two face-offs. You like to think he's got a little bit of cockiness to him late in the game. It's going to be important. And how do you maintain the ball? Well, the first thing you got to do is get possession. And that's what we lean on Musa for.
Stealing a little bit of that momentum and swagger. Dalton Harris working from behind X, as you see number 15 Wesley Iverson wanting to set up the screen, fake the screen. How about that from Quinn Gordon? 25 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, that's not a turnover, but 19 seconds on the shot clock.
Now, risky pass, though. Does a double skip pass. You skip 2 in the rotation to get it way over to where Parker's standing.
10 seconds. Parker Addison trying to work back inside. 4 seconds. And we got a yard sale.
Yeah, big hit in here. Still got a lot of physical play. Ball is loose, but gets back down inside for Jesuit.
How about that for being able in the hustle to the end line for the Scots? They're pointing to the ref to let them know, hey, we're here.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Riley or Wheeler. They were both there, but good hustle by the Scots to get that ball back and get a quick transition back down to that offensive end. That last possession, Scots ran the shot clock down to 0. Not a good quality shot ever came up. Need to certainly, in addition, Heckman, to taking care of the ball, you got to have effective shots.
Colin Hell with the clear for the Scots. Great passing for the Scots to get that. We've seen that earlier pressure applied from the Rangers that have impacted the clear. This guy's doing a really hard ride and making life difficult for the Scots.
Yeah, I think the Scots on that last clear, they've moved into more of a fast-paced, fast-break clear, right? Don't work it up the field. Hit deep passes quick and let your legs move the ball down the field.
Zilke and McCallum playing a bit of a two-man game. And inside, Harris had it on his stick. It ricocheted off, trying to keep the possession. Brian Rapp is coming out with it, and how about that? They're going to get the kick, but the possession stays with the Scots, resets the shot clock.
Yeah, new shot clock. It's okay to kick the ball in lacrosse. You can kick it as much as you want. You can kick it in the goal. You cannot kick the opponent's stick, which is tough when you're in a scrum like that and you go for a kick. You get the stick, and as Jesuit did, ball goes over to HP.
Parker Addison with the pass to Cameron Riley.
Yeah, good time here for the Scots to set up a play. Minute left here on the shot clock. Get out in front of Jesuit.
Duncan Zilke standing in the doorstep, and you saw Parker Addison. He saw him, tried to make the pass, but get a push, and that's the possession going to go back to the Rangers. Man, missed opportunity right there for the Scots.
Missed opportunity. Jesuit is playing a tight defense, and they're crowding the hub on top of those shooters, so it's going to be tough to get a good clean slide inside and get a pass in there. You know, Highland Park might need to look at a couple perimeter shots here to draw that defense back out. You know, if they're going to give you that perimeter shot, you got to take it to make it effective if they're going to stay tight inside that hub.
See the communication and slide coming across for Harrison Wheeler. Charlie Smith with a pass inside, man, and they found him. Right place, right time for the score. Cameron Martin.
Yeah, HP late to slide there. Martin standing on GLE, gets a pass, and that's an easy one. As he just kind of right-hand shot inside under Abel's legs.
Cameron Martin, assisted by Charlie Schmidt.
7:51 here in the fourth, as the Rangers pull ahead by a score. Cooper Tilden and Frank Moose. It looked like that was going to be a procedure called on Tilden again.
Yeah, ultimately clean draw by Musa there. Another possession. Scots need to set up. maybe look for a perimeter shot here, something a little further out. You know, Scott's last 2 or 3 possessions have really challenged down on the crease. It's not working out for him, generally turning into a scrum, a loose ball that's 50-50 either way. It ends up in Jesuit's stick.
So you're saying create that spacing that they need to get off good shots, as you alluded to earlier. There we go. There we go. Just what the doctor ordered. And just like that, Wesley Iverson brings us to within lucky sevens. How about that? 7:07, and we're tied at 7.
Hey, like to see it. You know, is a good 1-2 feed on the outside. Sands shoots from 12, 13 yards out. That's what you need to open up the cutter inside. Look for Zilke inside maybe later in as we get near the end of the game. But to set up a guy like that on the inside, you got to have those perimeter shots. Great shot. Like to see it. Yeah, I knew that loose ball push was coming there, and Frank just gets into his body a little bit, not pushing with the stick, but the follow-through momentum.
It didn't take much, and they get the push and possession back to the Rangers. 6:52 left in this game.
HP in a man situation here. You got to keep your eye on the cutter. You got to talk defense. Ben Abel is the quarterback out there. He's got to tell his defense, his long post, where that slides needs to be.
And they're bringing them all the way out, and well, that's another one that ricochets off of. Tell you what, man, Ben Abel doesn't care what body part he uses to get a save. Doesn't matter, leg, foot. He's going to use every bit of himself to get a save. Oh, man.
Great save. You know, that looked like it was going to be a pass to me. He redirects a shot. Great thinking by that Jesuit attacker, but didn't fool Abel. Fooled me, but not Ben Abel. Here's a situation where Ben has 30 yards. He needs to work it up a little further. Good, clean clear there.
540 and pack, and just like that,
yep.
Parker Addison brings it back out. Quinn Gordon inside. That's what you need. Quinn took his time with that shot, the pump fake, and got that high to low shot going, and it fooled Cooper Coleman's having a wonderful game, but just like that, HP pulls ahead with 5:31 here in the fourth.
I tell you what, the last goal set that up, Heckma, and 2 times on that possession, Highland Park, early Parker Addison looked like he was going to set up the first shot, and then it looked like another one of the midfielders was going to pump and take a shot. But the score from the last possession has Jesuit biting on those shots, which allows them to move inside. And Iverson gets one in.
A lot of movement over here on the wing. Frank Musa working back inside. Franco with the scoop under. How about that to Zilke?
Yeah, Musa looked like he was running through the defensive line as the fullback there, and able to lateral it up and get it back behind GLE and get a clean start to this possession here. Just under a minute on the shot clock for the Scots. Really need to get an insurance goal here as we move under 5 minutes in the game.
Oh, I love it when you call for an insurance goal, partner. You know what that means. We're walking them down. Brian Rapp working in the alley inside, thinks about the pass on the doorstep.
Jesuit with a double slide in this system, really sliding most of their defense towards the ball carrier, which sets up a backside opportunity for HP. Good man ball fight down there. That's the way you do it.
But who do you call that on?
Looks like that's going to be on Iverson.
Oh.
Iverson, that's an illegal body check call. Iverson, the captain, good sportsman, helping those guys up. These guys know each other, play together.
1 minute.
But Heckma, that's a tone setter. And this late in the game, I'm okay with that. It's a ball inside. It's a scrum. You're up by your point. Your captain wants to send a message to this team. This is ours for the taking. I'm going to set the tone. And let's see if the defense can come up and rise to the occasion here as they go man down.
Rangers with a man-up opportunity, 4:21 left in the fourth. Timeout taken on the field. We'll do the same here on the broadcast and be right back as action resumes.
We've done both, new and pre-owned. It's the same experience. It's everything's the same. They make it too easy to even think about going anywhere else.
Discover our wide variety of pre-owned vehicles at Sewell.com today.
2023, new chapter, same tradition. A tradition of hunger, sacrifice, and winning. Time to make your move, Scots, and we know you will, because tradition never graduates. Vista Bank, entrepreneurs banking entrepreneurs since 1912.
Maybe the wrong time to leave my inhaler at home. This is coming down to the wire. Had some exciting games this week.
Yeah, for sure, Heckma. It's been a while since we've called a sleeper, and tonight again.
Right.
You know, gut check time for the Scots as they're man down for a minute. Iverson with a body check call there on that scrum. But again, tone setter by the senior captain. Let's see if his boys rise to the occasion.
Scots in their man down defense, standing in and around the crease, wanting to make sure they keep those guys out of the hub.
You know, they're cutting across. Just get them as they come through, hand them off, let them go through that crease and move back towards the center of the hub where you're supposed to be on a man down situation.
Great rotation. And there it is. They were right there. You saw them trying to set up that last play.
That's going to be a push in the back call. Good call. Good call.
How about that for the defense? Those guys stood up. You talk about the tone setter for Iverson. And the answer and the pass goes out of bounds.
They almost get away with it. They almost get that penalty killed, but not quite.
Shouldn't be but about 20 seconds more left on that penalty.
You don't see it a lot at the high school level, but sometimes I just think there's a time where you can just clear that ball down the field, even if it gives, you know, the opposing team another possession, just to give your team a break. But HP is back to full strength now.
Yeah, full strength, and defending is number 13, Alexander Shadow.
Good
double team coming all the way out, and that's Ben Boyer.
Yeah, Boyer with a good heavy slide defense there.
Inside again, and boy, that is great by Ben Abel.
That's all Ben Abel. You know, Boyer's inside there. He's the pole that's responsible for that attacker sliding to the crease. Gets by him, and Ben Abel able to redeem him a little bit there.
But what they get is a reset on the shot clock for the Rangers. Got Shorty on Shorty. Coming back across, almost dislodged. He did. Well, we got bodies on the ground. We're going to get a push and possession.
HP
goes to the Scots.
Yeah, sometimes unclear in lacrosse for the tough there. You know, like I said early in this quarter, it's really important. You got to take care of the ball. We were talking about the offense in that initially, and here the defense on two occasions, one on a man down, one at full strength, not able to clear it across the midfield line. And that can come back to bite you if Ben Abel's not bailing you out.
Rangers back on offense. 53 seconds.
Just watch the cutter on the doorstep.
That's exactly what they're looking for, and that's an errant pass there for the Rangers. Hadn't had many of those for those guys.
Now, miscue doesn't go all the way to midfield, so an easy reset for them as they go to 30 on the shot clock. There's one.
There we go. Good job. Number 22, Harrison Wheeler.
Yeah, Wheeler, he's got it tight down there, able to launch it across.
That's heads up play right there.
Crazy save, keeps it in bounds. Ooh, big hospital hit coming there. 40 seconds, Heckma.
Just like that, coming away with it.
Big hits here under a minute to go.
But keeps it on his stick. And possession is going to go to the Scots. And you don't tell me this isn't emotional game. You hear the screams coming from the Scots side.
Yeah, 25 seconds. Scott's got nothing to do at this point but keep it in the box. There's a goal.
That's the insurance goal that you wanted. And you got it.
Frank Musa with an insurance win at the X here with 12 to go.
Can't catch him. Frank Musa with the wheels, and that's a shot attempt, a pass that no one can bring in. Another wild pass for the Rangers, and that is the ball game. And how about that for the Scots to find their defense and their offense at the same time and pull away. But boy, I tell you what, Jesuit, what a contest this was.
Yeah, what a contest, Heckma. And it's tough to be critical of a team like that and talk about fundamentals and taking care of the ball, but we got to call it straight. But ultimately, Heckma, they got a big emotional win in a big game Tuesday night, rolling in 48 hours later into a huge rivalry game where records don't matter. These teams are going to play each other down to the wire. You know, I've called a few of them. I don't know that we've seen ever a runaway in this matchup. Doesn't happen again tonight, but HP able to take care of it at the end there. Defense able to take care of it at the end. And they get the insurance goal, win by 2.
Insurance goal all around, and finally able to pull it out. If you're going to go with the player for the game, who are you going to vote for in this one? That's a tough one.
You know, it's tough, but I tell you what, Iverson really impressed me tonight. You know, he was the first to get on the board. He did a great job setting the offense, and in the body check late in the game when there's a scrum and him calling on his team to, hey, step it up, and I'm going to set the tone here with a big hit, even though he's going to take a penalty. That's okay, and I got to give it to him. I think he did a great job leading his team. Don Bosco, who they'll face tomorrow at Highlander Stadium at 3 p.m., is certainly watching, and I think it was a good tone setter as we head into the latter part of the month and into the postseason.
Tell you what, these guys are going to have to take an ice bath tonight to get ready for their Bosco squad that's going to be awaiting them tomorrow at Highlander Stadium. But for Cade Hamner, Tim, Trevor, Garrett, Chris, and that's Andrew and Devin or David, and hey, somewhere Fred Gardner's around here bossing somebody around. I don't know where he is, but I'm Heckma Harrison. I want to thank you all for joining us here on Game On Sports. Thank you all, and God bless.
You've never been one to fear the unknown. That's because you've seen seasons like this come and go, just like many of your competitors. You know your outcome. Stay focused and take calculated risks, seizing opportunities when others freeze. The truth is, winter business cycles separate the good from the great, and winter is your season. Ours too. That's why for over a century, we've been honored to serve you. Vista Bank, entrepreneurs banking entrepreneurs since 1912.
Sewell is definitely a part of my family. Everyone, you know, just has this great smile that we are happy to see you. We're so glad you're here.